I'm Victoria from In The Frow, and today I'm going to be doing a review of 3 of Avon's mascaras. So first of all, I'm going to look at the Mega Effects Mascara, a really unique, really interesting and innovative product that they've been developing for a very long time. I'm going to be looking at the Super Shock Mascara, and I'm also going to look at the Aero Volume Mascara. So I thought I would review 3 of these from Avon to give you a bit of an idea of how they work with my eyelashes, what kind of colours they leave, what kind of build-up they leave, what the finish is like. So let's start off with the Aero Volume Mascara. This mascara is one of Avon's newest mascaras to come out, and it's made up of lots of little tiny bristles. The head of the brush isn't too large or isn't too fat, so you're not going to find that you're running it all over the back of your eyelid like some mascara ones do. But it's just the right kind of size really to get into the eyelashes, to elongate and to separate all of your lashes as best as you can. I found this mascara to be not overly black. This is in the colour Black is Black, and I didn't find it to be overly black, but I think that was due to the fact that it didn't put lots of coating onto the lashes. It gives a kind of very gentle coating, not very generous at all. So if you wanted to build this up, you'd have to maybe go in with a second coat, which I will show you in the video. But I found just on one application it did separate the lashes and it did somewhat lengthen the lashes. It was definitely a lengthening mascara, but it didn't add much volume to my lashes because it didn't coat them so much. The more of a coating on the lashes, the more it sort of feels like they're more volumised and a bit thicker. So this was more of a lengthening mascara, added a bit of extension, separated the lashes. I did quite enjoy using this actually. So this is something that I would probably use maybe in the daytime for work and every day really. Second of all, the Super Shock Mascara. This is in the black tube, but you can also get this in the Super Shock Max as well. And I actually use that in another one of my makeup tutorial videos if you'd like to see what that looks like on. So this one is a little bit longer in the brush head and a tiny bit wider I would say, but this time it's made up of lots of tiny little bristles right the way along in strips of bristles, whereas the Aero Volume was lots of bristles sort of clumped together in little separate sections of bristles. I mean, I'm wearing it on this eye now. I found it was a black shade. This is in the shade Black. But it was a very black shade, but it wasn't extremely black. It wasn't the blackest black, as you can find with some mascaras. So if you're after a mascara that's extremely black to really define the eyes, then this wasn't overly black. It's more of a very dark grey, I would say. It isn't the blackest mascara I've ever used. However, it was quite nice in that the way the bristles are separated, it did really pull the eyelashes out, help to separate, elongate and probably lengthen as well. I found that later on when I went to curl my eyelashes though, that the eyelashes did sort of stick to the eyelash curlers. I always like to curl my eyelashes first, apply mascara, and then about 10 minutes, 15 minutes after they've dried, I'll go back and give them one last curl just to try and keep that curl intact. And you find that some mascaras are better than others at this. Some mascaras almost leave a really kind of residue, greasy sort of feeling on the eyelashes, which means that when you then go and curl them again, they will stick to your eyelash curlers and they will lose their shape. Whereas there are some mascaras that will allow you to curl them again because they've kind of stuck in place, and they're much better for me, I find, because I've got very straight eyelashes. They don't curl at all, if not very easily. Whereas the Aero Volume was nowhere near as sort of sticky as a Super Shock. Finally, this product, the Mega Effects Mascara, extremely unique, something I've never seen before. You take off the lid, and then you've got this sort of little brush that's sort of stuck inside. If you pull it out, it looks like this, a little tiny wand. I don't know if you can see, but it's almost like the top of a brush head of an ordinary mascara, but lying flat on a little disc. You can also move the shape of the brush to be either going this way or that way, and the idea is that you kind of brush up through your mascara and then you can tilt it and brush down and do the lower lashes as well. I didn't know what to expect when I first used this. I was quite wary of how it would work for me. I'd never used anything similarly, but I actually found this was probably my favourite of the three. I found it to be quite easy to use actually. It meant, because you weren't holding onto a wand, you could get really close to your eyelashes and you can kind of move them in the way that you really want to. Apparently this places 40% more of the mascara onto your eyelashes, so it really coats them, and straight away when I started using it I noticed how much of the product was sort of going onto my eyelashes. It coats every single one of the lashes beautifully, so it really kind of thickens. It also really separates them beautifully and gives them a little bit of extension as well. For that reason, this is also in the blackest black, and it was by far the blackest of the three mascaras, by far, because it added more of a coating. It really coated all of the eyelashes, making them seem more black, more full, and much more thicker. For that reason, out of these three, I would probably say that if I was to buy one again, I would go for the Mega Effects mascara. It is extremely unique and very, very different, but I really love the idea behind it and the way it works with my eyelashes. It's super easy to use, a lot easier than I ever thought it would be, and it's also quite nice and handy and tiny to use, so it's quite a lot of plus points with this mascara. Otherwise, if you're after a wand mascara, I would probably recommend the Aero Volume, just because it's a little less sticky than the Super Shock if you're going to be curling your eyelashes. They both left a very similar effect on the eyes, and both lengthened and separated to the same sort of effect, with a sort of minimum black shade, sort of very dark grey to black shade. So I'd probably go for the Aero Volume. So in order, I would choose this as my number 1, Aero Volume as my number 2, and Super Shock as my number 3. So I really hope that helped. Remember, you can buy any of these products online and also through the Avon brochure and your Avon representative. And good luck buying your next mascara. Bye!